All right. Find the comfortable position, sitting position for yourself. Cross legs, legs out, whatever. Sit up nice and tall. You can close your eyes if that's comfortable. And let's take three centering breaths together. So breathe into the nose. Feel your chest expand. And as you breathe out, begin to relax your body, plugging yourself down into your mat. And number two, let's breathe into the nose. Then long breath out. Notice how the air feels against your lips as you breathe out. All right, last deep breath together now. Breathe into the nose. Then long breath out. Good. And then you can resume a normal breathing pattern. We usually relax our whole body head to toe, but let's flip it just for fun. Let's go toes to head. So wiggle your toes. Notice how your feet feel. If you're sitting cross-legged like me, how they touch your mat and how they touch your calves. Working our way up our legs from our calves through our quads and our hamstrings. Okay, to the glutes, grounded in our mat. And then working our way to the upper half of our body, so up your back and your spine, and your core. Maybe your core is sore like mine, but that's okay. We continue to sit and breathe, letting the chest expand and contract. Same thing with our shoulders, just expanding up and out and contracting as we exhale. We'll work our way through our arms, from the shoulders and the triceps, through the forearms and hands. And then take a moment to notice how your hands feel. And maybe wiggle your fingers, stretch your palms a little bit. Then our necks, and just like your hands, wiggle your head back and forth. Relax your face, your jaw. Okay, softening your eyelids even more. And then plug the crown of your head a little bit higher up towards your ceiling. And for the next 60 seconds, I want you to just sit here, breathe, continue to relax even deeper. All right, let's take one more deep breath and hold it at the top. And when you hear the singing bowl, you can open up your eyes. I'm gonna hop off my block. Ugh. Let's start with one for our spines as we twist. So let's twist clockwise. Press your left hand into your right knee. Okay. Spine is nice and tall as you twist. Turn your chin into the right shoulder. Look back behind you. Okay. Push into the floor with that right palm or right fingertips. And then breathe out as you unwind and come back to center, and we'll get the other side. Oof. So pressing the right hand to the left knee. Left hand is pressed into the ground. I even feel a little twist in my neck. And then let's breathe in deeply. And then as you exhale, unwind, come back to center. And then we'll get one for our side. So let's take our hands and reach our arms up. And then start on the right. So right palm is planted. Left arm is over our body and reaching for the upper right hand corner of the room. Oof. Okay, keep that left sit bone planted. Okay, that's one. Let's do one super deep stretch. So take a deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, reach a little bit further. Let the stretch go all the way down to your hip. And then let's lift the right hand back up to the ceiling. Let's do the same thing on the left. So left palm is planted. Right arm is reaching. Ooh. We're gonna do one deep breath for this side. So breathe into the nose, reach a little bit further. And then let's bring the left hand back up to the top. And then continue to breathe out as you bring your hands to heart center. Let's get one for the inner thighs. So cobbler pose or butterfly pose. Bring the soles of your feet together. Bring your heels in towards your soft tissue. Okay, knees drop down to the mat. And then just gently lean forward. Okay, you can even hug your toes, your feet with your hands and pull yourself in. All right, let's take a deep breath into the nose. And then as you breathe out, round out your back. I'm going to crawl with my fingertips in front of me. See how far I can reach. There's actually bugs on my carpet or insects, and I try to touch this one circular bug. I never can quite reach it. But we continue to reach. Let the knees drop down even further. Saying hello to those inner thighs. I'm going to sit back up. Oh, that one is always so good, but not very fun. We're moving knees together as I stand up. Okay, sip your tea, sip your coffee, and then we're hamstring stretching. Ugh. It's a nice super wide stance, or as wide as feels comfortable for you. I like to explain it as if you reach your arms out and you drop your hand fingers down, your feet are just as about as wide as your hands. But anywho, let's reach the arms up, then look up. Okay, really reach for the ceiling. And then swan dive forward, controlling it all the way down. Yeah, you can place your hands or your fingertips on the floor as you look behind you. And we're just going to start by hanging out, letting the weight of the upper body do the work, or gravity do the work. I guess it's the same thing. And let's fold our arms and rest our forehead on our forearms, and then rock left to right. And if you need to hold each side or a certain side because that stretch feels good for you, feel free to do so. Otherwise, continue to oscillate back and forth. Ooh, the low hamstrings. Say it out loud for yourself. All right, give me a nice deep exhale. Go a little bit lower. And then we're going to plant that right palm on the floor and Rotate the left arm up. And give me a nice vertical line with your arms. Press that right palm into the ground. Turn the chin and look up. And then we continue to breathe. Right. Let's breathe in through the nose. And as you breathe out through the mouth, bring the left arm down to the ground. Okay. Left palm is planted. Press into the floor as that right hand reaches up to the ceiling. And those hamstrings are starting to like that feeling of being stretched out. Mine are anyways. All right, let's take a deep breath into the nose on this side. And then long breath out. Bring that right arm back down. Okay. We're going to rotate 90 degrees into a lunge on the left. Okay. Going to hang out here in that lunge for a moment or two. Oof. And then drop the right knee down. Bring the arms and torso up. Okay, rotate that hip forward. Feel the stretch in the right hip. Ooh, we love that. Let's add a twist here. So we're going to twist the torso counterclockwise. You can press your right hand into your left knee. Hello, spine and right hip all at once. Oof. And then we'll come back to center and then come down the torso, the arms. Back, lift the right knee and then rotate back to center momentarily. Legs are straight. And then rotate to the right 90 degrees. Drop the left knee down. Arms come up. We're stretching out the left hip. Ooh. Ooh. Indeed. All right. You can add the spine twist if you want. So that left hand is pressed into your right knee. You can place your right hand on your lumbar spine. We're twisting clockwise for a breath or two, and then we unwind, come back to center, bring the arms and torso back down, back in the left toes, bring that low lunge on the right. And then let's twist gently back to center. Legs are straight, toes are facing forward, and the weight of our body, upper body, is dangling. I know we're taking our time with this one, but my hamstrings need it. All right, we're gonna unwind on a slow 10 count. So let the arms and head dangle. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. My legs are starting to wake up and feel happy. You can bring your legs together. Let's do a standing side stretch. So feet, legs together, stand up nice and tall. Bring the arms up as you look up. Okay, give me a little reach with those fingers. And let's start with the left side. So left arm comes down. Kick out the right hip. And we're reaching that arm. If you notice there's a bend in your right elbow and the forearm, straighten up your forearm. And feel the stretch go all the way down that right side. All right. And then let's bring the left arm back up to the top and drop the right arm down. Let's get the left side. Okay, we're turning our chin up towards the left elbow. Left arm reaches. And that stretch goes from our fingertips all the way to our hips. Ooh. Feel free to groan. I know everyone's on mute. Ugh. All right, let's bring that right arm, ooh, back up to the top. And then bring the hands back to center. We're going to keep our hands at heart center as we prepare for Malasana. So find a nice medium stance, toes facing out, ooh, I don't know, about 45 degrees. And then lower yourself down to the ground. Okay, nice and controlled, or not. We are hanging out, happy or not. Ugh. I'm gonna hold it for another 5, 4, 3, 2, stay with me. 1, hands for support. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Ugh. All right, we're gonna give the legs a rest as we do some shoulders and triceps. So I'm gonna start with my left arm across the top of my chest. Then I'm gonna swap arms. So the right arm is across the top, pulling on the right shoulder. All right, and then release the right arm. Let's get left arm behind the head, pulling on the left elbow. Maybe get your head out of the way. Hold this one for a little bit longer. My triceps seem to need it. All right, then we're gonna swap to the right arm behind the head. But we're gonna pull on this side just as long. Oh, ugh. All right, you're gonna release the right elbow. We're gonna do our necks. So I'm gonna grab my left wrist behind my back. Okay. Right ear drops down to the right shoulder. Uh, I'm gonna roll my head forward as I look down. And rolling my head back as I look up. Ooh. Small movement. Big, big feels. I was gonna say big feels, but it's not really feels, but I do feel my neck. All right, head back to center and then back up top. Swap wrists. Okay. Left ear drops down to the left shoulder. Oh. Then let's look up, chin up, eyes up. Then rolling the head forward as we look down. Ooh. And then bring your head back to center. Then back up top, you can release your wrists. And we're going to rotate back to the lower half of our body, back to the hamstrings. Let's do a split leg hamstring stretch. I'm going to start with my left. Okay, toes are in line. Right foot is slightly cockeyed. Bring the arms up. And then as you exhale, swan dive down. Okay, nice and controlled. Support yourself with your hands, either on your leg, ankle, hands down the mat, and drive the right hip forward. Feel the pinch in the left hamstring. And every time you breathe out, see if you can lower yourself even more, maybe a few more millimeters. Your hamstring's going to thank you later. Okay. Let's bend the left knee and gently come up. Oh, I'm gonna rotate around for the right side. Ooh, ankle's cracking. Hello. Okay, right leg is straight, heels are in line, arms come up, and give you a nice swan dive forward. Supporting myself with my fingertips on this side. All right, and I'm driving my left hip forward towards my right ankle. My right hamstring has always historically been not quite as loose. That's why I try to work towards it, work towards balance. Trying to touch my nose to my knee. Ooh, I'm so close. Let's hold it for 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to bend my right knee and gently come up. All right, I'm going to take off my sweatshirt because I'm going to do some moving options. So give me a quick moment here. Ugh. I'll come to the front of your mat in the meantime. Let's do 2 warm-up swan dives. All right. Feet and legs together. We're standing up nice and tall. Arms reach up to the ceiling. And then swan dive down. See if you can touch your toes. Legs are straight. Up to flat back. Rest the hands on the knees. And then round out the back a little bit. Eyes up, head up, reverse swan dive. Hands at the top. That's 1. Let's warm up swan dive number 2. My toes seem a little bit closer. Up to flat back. Okay, round out your back and then eyes up, reverse swan dive. All right, let's begin. Swan dive down for a 3rd time. Up to flat back. And then as you exhale, round out your back and plant both palms on the mat and step back into plank. And let's chaturanga down into an upward dog. Let's hold this first upward dog. Okay, really push the floor away. Let's look up. Turn the chin and look up. Feel it at the front of your neck. All right, let's return to a plank position. Give me a push up here and into downward dog. Ooh. Okay. Push the floor away in front of you. Fingertips are spread evenly. And let's place our left foot on our right heel, focusing on just the right calf. Okay, if that's too much, you can just bend the left knee. All right, switch sides. I'm going to gently place my right foot on my left heel. Ooh, let's do 2 times for each side. This is feeling quite nice. We're back on the right. The right foot's down, left foot is resting, adding a little weight to the stretch. All right, last time here, we're on the left. All right, so come back into a neutral downward dog. So both feet are planted, both legs are straight. And let's do a crescent pose. So bring your feet together and let's start on the right side. So float the right leg up into the air and then swing your right leg through and plant it in front. And then bring your arms and torso up for crescent pose. Left leg is straight. Left heel is reaching for the mat. Your right knee is tracking over your right ankle. Hands are parallel. Settle with the breath. And let's bring your hands to heart center and then come into prayer twist on the right. So the left elbow is resting against the right knee. Your hands are stacked. Your right elbow is facing the ceiling. And we'll come out in 3, 2, 1. Bring the arms back up, back to crescent pose. And then bring the arms back down, plant both palms. Right leg comes back to plank, and let's chaturanga down, upward dog. Okay, let's add a sun salutation. So back to plank first, and then walk the feet towards the hands in reverse swan dive. Feel that lower back. Hello. Hands at the top. Swan dive back down. Up to flat back. Round out the back. Plant the palms. Leg comes back to plank, and let's chaturanga down. An upward dog. Back to plank. Push up here if you like. And into downward dog. Okay, shoulders cracking now. It's a good sign. Feet and legs together. Let's repeat on the left side. So left heel goes up in the air. And then swing the left leg through and plant it in front. And then arms step up. Ooh, really lost my balance. Hello. Right heel is reaching for the mat behind me. Left knee is over my left ankle. And then I'm bringing my palms together, heart center, and I transition into prayer twist on the left. Ooh. And we're breathing, we're balancing. Other side, Carrie, if you can. Nice. All right, let's return into crescent pose. So arms up. And then as you breathe out, bring the arms and torso back down. Plant both palms. Left leg comes back to plank. And let's chaturanga down into an upward dog. Okay, back to plank. Walk the feet towards the hands for a sun salutation. So reverse swan dive. Hands are at the top. I'm going to swan dive down. Up to flat back. Exhaling, rounding out that back, planting both palms. Legs come back to plank, and let's chaturanga down to an upward dog. Back to plank. Push up here if you'd like, and into downward dog. We're back on the right side, but we're doing a warrior sequence. So feet and legs together. Let's do some knee to nose variation. So bring your right leg up, and then bring your knee to your nose. One more time. Right leg comes up, and then bring your knee to your nose. Third and final time up. We're going to skip the knee to nose here. And swing your right leg through and plant it in front. Then left heel comes down, arms and torso come up for warrior one. Settle with your breath once again. Okay. Then arms front and back for warrior two. Okay. Palms are facing the ground. Chin is turned forward. Now let's dip back into reverse warrior. So right fingertips reach towards the back of the room. Left hand is resting gently on that left leg. And then back to warrior two. And then let's reach forward. Forward, forward, forward. We can reach no further. We're going to come into a triangle pose. So right fingertips or right palms on the floor. Left fingertips and left arm reach up to the ceiling. Okay, turn your chin and look up. Let's mentally prep ourselves for the pretzel variation. So drop that left arm behind your back. Right arm reaches underneath your right leg, making contact. See if you can rotate your left shoulder Open up your chest as you continue to look up. Okay, and I'll count us down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right hand return to the ground, left hand is up in the air. And then let's pop back up into warrior two. Let's go into reverse warrior. We're undoing the whole process. Okay, back to warrior two. Swing that left arm forward and up for warrior one. And then as your arms come down, your left heel comes up, plant both palms, right leg comes back. Let's chaturanga down, do an upward dog. Back to plank, walk the feet towards the hands for sun salutation. And reverse swan dive. Hands are at the top. Okay, swan dive down. Up to flat back. Okay, round out your back, plant both palms and step back into a plank position. And let's chaturanga down into an upward dog. Back to plank, push up here if you're still with me. And return to downward dog. Let's just take a quick breather here. Ooh. All right, breather's over. We're on the left side now. Feet and legs together. Remember, we're doing the knee to nose. So float the left leg up in the air. And then knee to nose. Boop. Number 2, float that left leg up. And then knee to nose. Boop. All right, third time up in the air. And swing that left leg forward and come into warrior one on the left. So that right heel is planted. Arms are reaching up. Palms are parallel. All right. And then arms front and back for warrior two. Okay. Arms and palms are parallel to the ground. Turn your chin and look forward. And then let's dip back into a reverse warrior. Careful not to put too much weight on that right leg. But we're reaching behind us with those left fingertips. And then back to warrior two. All right, let's reach forward, 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 forward with that left hand. And then drop the left hand down to the ground for a triangle pose on the left. Okay, turn your chin and look up as you reach the right fingertips up. Settle with the breath, enjoy the stretch, and then drop that right arm behind your lower back. Left arm reaches underneath your left leg. And continue to breathe. We'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the hands. Left palm is planted on the ground. Right fingertips reach up. And then we're going to lift back up into warrior two. And then dip back into reverse warrior. Back to warrior two. And then swing that right arm forward and up for warrior one. And then arms come down, right heel comes up, left leg comes back to plank, and let's chaturanga down into upward dog. Okay, and then back to plank and into downward dog. Okay, we just did a lot. It's a holiday, productive, love that. Anywho, let's come into chair pose. So walk your feet towards your hands, walk, walk, walk. Then feet and legs together, drop your bottom down as your arms come up. And give me a straight line from your glutes all the way up to your fingertips. Ooh, a little shaky. All right, keeping your torso and arms still. Straighten up your body. Okay, and turn towards the camera. It's optional. But get off your heels. Okay, let's see those calf muscles, or feel the calf muscles, I should say. Ooh. Let's hold it for 5, 4, stay with me, 3 if you can, 2, 1. Breathe out as you lower your heels down to the mat. Bring the hands together. Let's do twisting chair pose on the right. Okay, so left elbow is pressed into the right knee. Okay, see how far you can bend your knees and lower your bottom down while keeping balance, of course. Not trying to tip over. All right, and then let's come back to center and straighten up our bodies. Reach the arms up to the ceiling, back onto the toe. And we're breathing, we're balancing. All right, let's connect the breath with the movement. So let's breathe in through the nose. And as you breathe out, gently lower the heels, hands come back to center. And we're into twisting chair pose on the left. Okay, same thing, bend the knees, lower the bottom, hands are pressed. Turn in your chin and your eyes and look up. And we're breathing. Nice. All right, let's come back to center. Last time, reach the arms up. Okay, we're off the heels. Really reach for the ceiling with the hands. Reach, 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 reach. And just like the last two, we're going to connect the breath with the movement. So breathe in through the nose. And as you breathe out, just control your heels down. Bring the hands to heart center. Ooh. We're ready for tree? All right. Everyone pick your favorite tree. I don't know what I'm going to be, but I'm going to put my weight on my left leg, get my right heel or my right foot into position, add the arms as needed. Okay. I was almost going to pick the tree from that Silverstein book, but then the tree gets chopped down at the end. What is the title of that book? The Giving Tree? I think it's The Giving Tree. Anywho, we're going to come out in 3, 2, 1. Right leg comes out. I'm going to shake out that left ankle and get 98% of my weight on my right foot, my right leg. And place the left foot as needed. Add the arms. Stare at something stationary. Ooh. My stationary item today is what is it? It's a corn candle from Trader Joe's. I was skeptical at first, but it does smell like cornbread when you light it, which is kind of cool. And we're gonna come out in 3, 2, 1. Shake out that right ankle. Let's have a seat. Yes, cornbread. Reminds me of Iowa. And let's do table. So feet are planted shoulder distance apart in front. Palms are planted behind you. Let everyone settle in. And then let's prop ourselves up. Okay. Push your hips up towards the ceiling as far as you can go. Drop the head back. Hopefully you feel that in your shoulders as much as I do. And every time you breathe out, push your hips a little bit further up. Love that. Ugh. Okay, let's take a deep breath in, push a little bit higher. And then as you breathe out, drop yourself back down, getting ready for a glute bridge. Okay, so lie down on your back. You can keep your feet planted, and then clasp your hands underneath your lower back as you roll onto your shoulders and push the floor away with your feet. Okay, push evenly. Don't let the knees bow out. Your knees remain at shoulder distance. Push, push, push. Work the glutes. Work the hamstrings. And then one vertebra at a time. Control the descent. Don't just crash. Okay. I'm like halfway there. Still going down. It feels really good. Oof. All right. Now let's stretch out the glutes. I'm going to keep my left foot planted. Right ankle is placed on the left quad. Grab my left shin. Beginning to stretch out the right glute. And let's do 3 long controlled breaths. Call it out. So let's breathe into the nose and out through the mouth. Oh, relax your body as you breathe out. Let the stretch take over. Number 2, breathe into the nose and then out to the mouth. Oh my goodness. All right, let's do one more time for good measure. So breathe into the nose and out to the mouth. Hello, right glute. Oh, all right, release the left shin, plant the right foot. The left ankle comes into position. We're grabbing, pulling on the right shin. Ugh. All right, left glute. Let's see if we can repeat that. So breathe into the nose and long controlled breath out. Okay, pretend it's a birthday cake and there's lots of candles. Don't worry about how many, there's just lots. Number 2, we're breathing in. And then long exhale. Ooh, that feels nice. All right, last time for this side. Breathe into the nose and release. Ooh. All right, let's let go of your leg, your shin. We're gonna do happy baby. So both legs up in the air. I'm gonna grab the outside parts of my feet and pull my knees in towards my underarms. And then gently sway left to right, right to left. Ooh, whoa, not that far. Gentle sway, not big sway, Joseph. Gentle. But massage your spine against your mat. Ooh. And then you can stop swaying, give yourself one last pull on the feet. Feel those inner thighs. And then let's release the feet and legs back down to the ground as we get some more spine action. We're going to do a supine twist. We all know I love this one. So hug in that right knee towards your chest. Enjoy that little stretch. And then pull your right knee over your body to the left. Right arm extends out to the right as you look to the right. Okay. Bring out any tension. This is your chance. Continuing with the long exhales. And see if you can, oh, got a spine crack. And see if you can get a few more degrees of rotation. every time you breathe out. You're not going to call it two long breaths. We're going to go for the gold. So breathe into the nose, and then long exhale. Okay, one more time for this side. Breathing in, release. All right, let's bring that right leg back as we lie down on our backs, hugging in the left leg, the left knee towards our chest. Oof, another spine crack. All right, let's bring the left leg over to the right. Left arm extends out. Oh my goodness. Uh, and continue with long breaths at your own pace, but we will continue the controlled breaths. Two more for this side. I'll call it out. So breathe into the nose and then long breath out. One more time, breathing in and then long breath out. Oh, all right. Let's bring that left leg back over and let's sit up. Since we're already in a sitting position, let's do another hamstring stretch and then we'll go into a cat cow. So we're going to do left leg first. Bring that right heel in towards your soft tissue. So we're going to flex the foot so the toes are facing the ceiling. I'm going to add the arms to start up top. And then breathe out as I reach for my toes, reach for my heel. Okay, give me a nice even reach with the arms. Ooh. And if you want to add the bonus side stretch, take that right hand and go from the inside part of your foot and then grab the outside part of your left foot with both hands. And let's hold it for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Releasing the left side. Right foot comes out. Left heel comes in towards the soft tissue. Right foot is flexed. Arms are up. And we're exhaling slowly over the right side. And reaching evenly once again. Back of the right knee is against the mat. Ooh. And continue to pull, continue to reach, continue to breathe. That should be obvious. And we're going to hold it this side for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Releasing just the right side, keeping the right leg where it is. You always do both legs together to end it. Okay. Kind of checking the balance in your hamstrings. So feet are together, knees are together, arms are up top, feet are flexed. Give you a nice long exhale over both straight legs. Okay. Once again, taking notes about balance in your stretching. Let's see if I can reach the end of my yoga block. Maybe not this week. Ooh. Let's hold for 3, 2, 1. Oh. Oh. All right, let's do cat cow. We're gonna go cat cow into a pigeon. I'm gonna roll up my mat. Extra layers for my knees. But let's get on all fours. Knees underneath your hips. Untuck the toes. Palms planted underneath the shoulders. And let's do 5 breath cycles. So breathe in as you bring your head and bottom up. Your chest is reaching for the ground. And then long breath out as you reverse. Okay, push into the floor, reach for the ceiling with your spine, like a nice Halloween cat. And then breathe in through the nose, head up. And exhale, head back down. Okay, inhale, head up. Oof. Exhale, head down. 2 more. Inhale, oof, head up. Exhale, head down. Okay, feel that spine arch. 1 more cycle. Breathe into the nose. Oh. And then out through the mouth. And come to neutral spine. Okay, if you rolled up your mat, off the mat and flatten it back out. Getting ready for pigeon. So find a plank or push-up position. And I'm going to start with my right leg. So right foot is planted behind my left wrist. Dropping both knees down to the mat. Untucking my left foot and left toes. Okay. Finding the position or stretch that works best for you. Ugh. Ooh. We're going to go for a nice long 45 seconds. Then we'll add the quad stretch. I'll let you know when to come out of it. I always assume that everyone goes down in position and enjoys this one. Oof. Okay, we have about 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Plant both palms in front of you and gently push that torso up. And then reach back behind you with the left arm. Pull that left heel in towards your glute. And stretch the left quad. Oh my goodness. Let's do a long 10-second hold. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Right leg comes back to plank. Left leg comes forward. Oh, I'm tucking the right foot. Oh my goodness. Ugh. We're groaning. We're stretching. And we have about 10 seconds left. Really soak it all in. 3, 2, 1. Let's plant those palms in front. Bring your torso up. Right arm pulls in the right foot to feel the right quad. We're going to count down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, oof, 3, 2, 1. Release that right foot. Let's sit on our heels, getting ready for our closing sequence. Getting ready for child's pose. Knees are about as wide as the mat. And then long breath out as you reach the arms forward. Come down into your child's pose. Settle with the breath. And just take a moment and thank your body for everything we ask it to do. Okay, one more bonus side stretch. So right arm goes out to the right. Stack that left hand over our right hand. And feel the stretch down the left side. Ooh. And then come back to center with the arms. Left arm goes out. Right hand is stacked over the left. We're stretching out the right side. Let's gently find your way back to center with that child's pose. And then breathe in through the nose. And as you breathe out through the mouth, come forward gently and rotate onto your back or corpse pose. Okay, take your time. Oh, relax your legs. Arms are at your sides. You can close your eyes if that's comfortable or gaze softly upwards. Let's do 60 seconds. Just do a whole body scan. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. As we come to the end of the 60 seconds, slowly begin to come back to life. You can keep your eyes closed if they were closed. Let's reach the arms overhead, point the toes at the bottom, groan as you give yourself a morning stretch to one side, groan and stretch to the other side. Oof. All right. Roll onto your side, rest your head and face on your hands. And just take a moment for yourself here. All right. Whichever arm is on top, plant that palm on the mat or the floor. Push yourself up. Oh, nice. Back to where we started. All right. Let's do my favorite part. The audible breaths, the ohms. So let's breathe in through the nose and breathe out with some sound. All right, number 2, let's breathe into the nose and breathe out with some sound. last one. Let's breathe in through the nose and breathe out with some sound. Let's gently bring our hands to namaste our hearts. You may repeat after me if you wish. May you have clear and kind intention. Let's bring our hands to our foreheads. May you have clear and kind thoughts. Okay, bring our hands to our lips. May you have clear and kind communications. And then returning our hands to our hearts. And as always, the light in me celebrates and honors the light in you. Namaste, my friends. Remember to pause your watches. Dee dee.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Joseph.
Have a
Have a
lovely
good
day.
holiday, everyone.
Bye. Take care.
Have a great day. You all too.